All right, so we started yesterday lesson 8.5, and just a reminder, we are working with y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So now we're getting equations or numbers where, like, for example, this one was a slope of 4. If you want to watch this one, watch yesterday's lesson. And it has a y-intercept of -6. So let's look at a few more. We are on example 4. We worked with examples 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. So here's where I am, and it says write an equation of a horizontal line passing through -2, -1. Well, let's go ahead and get a pen here. If I'm at -2, -1, and I have a horizontal line that passes through it, there's only one line. It either has to be a hoi or a vux. So since it's a hoi, a horizontal line with a slope of 0, I know that it's going to touch the y-axis, and since it hits the y at -1, y is equal to -1 is our full line that we need here. It's almost so easy that we forget how to do this one. All right, example 5 says, write an equation of the line that passes through -4, 0, and is parallel. Well, we observed a little bit about parallel lines, and we found that parallel lines have the same slope. So the only reason they give you this right here is because they want you to solve for y and find the slope. So let's do that quickly. If I solve for y, I'm going to subtract x to each side, and I have 2y equals -x minus 7. And if I continue to solve for y, I'm going to divide everything through by 2. So I get y equals -1/2 x minus 7/2. Now remember, the only reason they gave us that is they wanted us to find the slope. So now I know that we have a slope of -1/2. And it is also going through this point, -4, 0. So I'm going to use that same thing of y equals mx plus b. Since this is an xy point at 0 and -4, I'm going to put the y in for y, the x in for x. My slope was -1/2, and we're solving for b. I'll blow it up here so we could see. Oh, it looks like a -1/2 of 4 is going to cancel out nicely. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So this becomes 0 equals 2 plus b. So b is equal to 2. That is not my answer. Remember, we always have to put it all together in y equals mx plus b. So y equals, well, the slope we found is right there, hidden, circled in orange, -1/2 x. And my b, I believe, was a -2. I might have wrote it as 2 there, but it should be a -2. All right, the last one I'm going to do is one with points again, because sometimes we have a lot of information that we have to store up here. Remember, when they give us points, we're going to use the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 would be 5 minus 0. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 is over 2 minus 0. So my slope is 5/2. And again, you could use either point. I'm going to go ahead and use the point with numbers just to show you that it works. Y equals mx plus b. My y is 5. My m is 5/2. My x is 2, and we're solving for b. So I have 5 equals 5 plus b, and when I subtract, b is equal to 0. Well, that would make sense, because isn't this the y-intercept? The y-intercept is when x equals 0. So I actually took the hard way. I should have taken the easy way. My equation and my answer is just y equals 5/2 x. Now, could I put plus 0? For sure. Do I need plus 0? Not at all.